The Chair recognizes the gentleman from Louisiana.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I first ask unanimous consent that all members have 5 legislative days in which to revise and extend their remarks and insert extraneous materials in the record on the bill.
Without objection.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield myself as much time as I may consume.
The gentleman is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The legislation before the House this afternoon, H.R. 2844, the FCC Consolidated Reporting Act, is a bipartisan bill that seeks to provide flexibility and relief to both our job creators as well as the Federal Communications Commission. This bill is another step in the process of streamlining government so that businesses can focus their time and resources on growing our economy and creating jobs instead of complying with outdated and burdensome mandates from the federal government. Every dollar spent on outdated FCC reporting mandates is a dollar that could otherwise be spent creating more high-paying jobs and investing in new infrastructure. H.R. 2844 also recognizes the reality that our nation is in a fiscal crisis and that we must find ways to do more with less. By consolidating 8 annual and triennial reports into a single biennial communications marketplace report, not only do we recognize this new budget reality by giving the FCC more flexibility and tools to drive greater efficiencies, but we can usher in a platform to analyze the converged nature of today's highly competitive intermodal communications industry, which has moved beyond the traditional confines of the 92 and 96 Cable and Communications Act. This simple common sense measure will also ensure that Congress has timely access to the Commission's best analysis of the communications landscape at the beginning of each Congress by requiring that the Communications Marketplace report be published in the last quarter of an even-numbered year. This will allow Congress better use findings to inform our legislative activities. Mr. Speaker, this bill is a great example of lawmakers from both sides of the aisle coming together to reform outdated government mandates that were created by Congresses of the past. I applaud Chairman Upton and Walden, as well as Ranking Member Eshoo, for working so closely and cooperatively with me on this legislation, and I strongly encourage my colleagues to join in supporting passage of this common sense measure, and I reserve the balance of my time.